Hello everyone, my name is TT19, and as everyone knows with me, I am a massive Metal Gear Solid fan. So today we're going to play the new demo that was just released. Well, not new, it's the only demo of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, because Vengeance just wasn't enough, so they put Revengeance on top of it as well. And I'm going to give the demo a go. I'm going to give my first impressions, see what it's like, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, let's get started, because I'm actually, well, you see, I'm interested when it comes to this, because it's one of those things where I'm interested to see how the game works and how it goes along, and because I'm one of these people that was a huge fan of the original games, Metal Gear Solid. This is probably the furthest away from Metal Gear Solid game that you're going to get. It really is a drawback. It's a hack and slash game. And a lot of the fans aren't happy with the way that it was brought around. And there we are. We started off here, and Raiden looking very badass. There is problems with him looking badass, so we'll go into that as more we go into the gameplay. Only two choices here, so we'll go story. And we'll go easy. I don't know how to do this yet. We'll play the tutorial. I imagine it won't be too long. But the issues that a lot of fans are having with this particular game is that it's a very big action video game in a game series that was done by Stealth and Subtlety, which a lot of people were very much into the character of Solid Snake, and to have this guy here, Raiden, who didn't come up that well anyway. I'm just trying to do this here or not, so. Okay. How do I do this? This is all really odd. Oh. You just kind of slash it like that.
This is blade mode.
But yeah, it was like having an action game and having this protagonist that was this sort of action-packed and this able to destroy Metal Gears on command. Did not go down well with the fans, because of, a lot of Metal Solid came down to the plight of Snake and his problems with trying to destroy all these various Metal Gears. And when Raiden came in with this sword and basically sliced through billions of Metal Gears, it kind of didn't sell Snake that well. It kind of made him look a bit silly when that isn't how it was meant to look like, you know what I mean? So it devalued Snake and also devalued the Metal Gears. That's what a lot of people are worried about here. Well, the mechanics of this aren't too bad. I mean, if you try and take it for what it is, actually, it actually works okay. It's quite. Although, as a gimmick of it, I would probably get bored of the slashing quite quickly, to be fair. So, yeah, this reminds me a lot of sort of Devil May Cry-ish. The movement, obviously the hack and slash and everything like that. But I mean, overall, I guess the sort of thing about this game is that this game would have got a lot of backing, obviously the fans wouldn't have gone mad for it if it just didn't have the Metal Gear Solid sort of stigma put onto it, and the fact that it's an action game put into a stealth, an action game in the stealth series. If it had been named something completely original and it was an original idea, then obviously people would have been thinking that this is amazing, and everything like that. But I can understand what they're saying with this. A lot of people are saying the fact that because it's Metal Gear Rising, it shouldn't be under that same category. You shouldn't treat it like a Metal Gear Solid game. That's incorrect. It's in the Metal Gear series. It's a Metal Gear game, and it's in the canon of Metal Gear Solid. It's part of the story. It's part of the universe. So saying it's a spin-off, it should be exempt from anything like that, is wrong. While also it's wrong to criticise it for not being a stealth game regardless, but like I said, that comes with its own problems.
So far,
I don't think they helped themselves with picking Raiden as their guy. I think the fact that they've pushed him so far to be this kind of badass guy, and the fact he came over sort of well in Metal Gear Solid 4, but now they're kind of going over a little bit and making it making it. They seem to be trying to make him like almost superpowered, godlike. Whereas you've got Snake in the original games. What made that emotionally viable was, you know, the human side of him. The fact that this task was seemingly impossible, but for Raiden it didn't. You know what I mean? He seems almost invincible, and that didn't really go over well with a lot of fans. You know, and it's one of those things that maybe that Raiden as a character is trying to push down our throat a little bit too much and all those things, but I'm just going to skip past all this here. The story, I mean, I know I'm not going to go too much into the story. This is a demo, of course. I'm going to test out the gameplay. The fact is that the story should be okay. I mean, as terms of a graphically looking game, this is pretty impressive. It looks okay. It feels okay at very least. So you got the map on the top right corner. You've got the codec, which is a nice little throwback, I guess.
Control, it's Raiden. I'm on the ground.
Copy, Raiden. Glad to hear it. Entering on foot was the right move. That craft isn't equipped with stealth camo. Or octo camo, obviously, since that would be useless in midair.
And we wouldn't want to get your pricey new jet damaged, now would we?
Duh. The MQ-133C was not cheap, Tovarich. Now, keep alert. According to intel, you could find significant cyborg deployment here. If you were to be cornered by an entire squad, it might get difficult, even for you.
Understood. Some fighting will be necessary, though. I've got electrolytes to replenish.
This is not
Why can I only think of that scene in Meet the Spartans when they need to replenish their electrolytes? Oh, God. So yeah, codec. It's got it in the game. That's a nice little throwback. I don't see in an action game if it kind of works with the feel of it, but we'll see how it goes along and everything. But those are the main concerns anyway. I thought I'd outline them at the very beginning, get them out of the way. That a lot of people are feeling as if Raiden as a character is being shoved down the Metal Gear fans' throats, that they're not the character that we want. But, and also obviously because this isn't a stealth game, a lot of fans are getting upset with it. And like I said, I can understand both sides of the argument there. Oh, okay, what's going on here? I'm using lots of moves. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. This is all weird to me at the moment. I've got no clue. Okay. Well, that is pretty goddamn brutal. Okay. But yeah, there was a lot of the thoughts there. I mean, the combat looks pretty decent. Obviously, you had a cool little finishing move there, and I was afraid that it would literally just be the gimmicky of using that little hack and slash bit, but it seems to run pretty fast. The graphics, as usual, I mean, if it was anything less than, you know, better than Metal Gear Solid 4, then there would be instant downfall there. But personally, I'm not a big fan of Raiden or this sort of concept for a Metal Gear Solid game as a whole. I think that it's more along the lines of that, like I said, it sort of devalues sort of the generic struggle of the Metal Gears, and it devalues the awe of the Metal Gears. If you remember seeing Metal Gear Rex in the first game, it was this massive colossal beast that you've spent the entire game trying to fight, you know, seemingly invincible. It was like almost like almost like the second antagonist. You know what I mean? That you were going against Liquid, but you also had Metal Gear to worry about, and then you fight the pair at the end, and obviously it's quite epic and everything like this. And a lot of fans, including myself, were a little bit upset the fact that Raiden came in number 4 and annihilated lots of them on multiple occasions, and it's just a little bit like, you know, it kind of devalues what a Metal Gear was supposed to be, this almost unstoppable hulking behemoth that was, you know, viable of massive attacks on, you know, on any terrain. That was basically what Metal Gear is, the missing link between artillery and infantry. But I have to admit, like, obviously once you get the fanboyism out of the way and everything, I mean, this more than likely is going to be a good game. I mean, you can see that the production value of it is pretty high, and they probably would have nailed a lot of the things that they would needed to. It just seems out of place to have this game, to have the character as cyborgy as he is and everything like this. It's gone a little bit. I know that the Metal Gear Solid series is far-fetched regardless, but it's almost like a little bit like this is a little bit too much, and I think that's what a lot of people are worried about. But it runs fine, and obviously it's got a few good throwbacks to the Metal Gear Solid series as a whole. And we've got to remember, we're still getting Ground Zeroes, we're still getting Metal Gear Solid 5, so it's not as if this has been made in spite of those games. We're still getting those games. So it can only be, if it's a decent enough game, which obviously just from the first minutes you can see it's quite clean cut and it works well. It's not going to be a half-assed spin-off. It's going to be good for Metal Gear Solid as a franchise, but I wouldn't want to see more of these games. You know, I wouldn't want to see a Revengeance 2. You know what I mean? It's it loses the subtlety of it, you know. But I mean, I came into this thinking the worst, and I have to say, I mean, it seems to be working okay. It reminds me a little bit more of, like I said, Devil May Cry, obviously just from the gameplay and everything. But we'll try and sneak up on this guy here. You know, do a little bit of stealth. Wow, that's just a little bit gory.
Good, Raiden. Yes, good.
But yeah, I mean, this story is supposed to be. I didn't really look into the story, like when this is supposed to be placed. I think it's after the events of Metal Gear Solid 4. That would make sense considering how cyborg he looks, more advanced than where he was in Metal Gear Solid 4. If that is the case, then there's going to be a lot of story regarding him and the reason why he's here.
Your body analyzes radar and IR data to construct your AR
watch
display.
up what he's saying here.
Some civilians are still in the city. That is not good.
But yeah, so I mean, in general, I mean, like it's going to be kind of going into the story of Raiden and why he's here, why exactly what happened to him. Considering that Metal Gear Solid 4 seemed to wrap up a lot of the story arcs. Oh, look at this! Maybe I was supposed to sneak past them. Okay, well, it seems like the game's trying to put some stealth elements here. I've just taken it for granted, thinking it's a complete action game. I've got the alert marker. Oh, dear. Okay, so yeah, I seem to have messed the start of that up, and you can do an alert phase and everything. So there is some degree of stealth. Obviously, it's not going to be on the same level as Metal Gear Solid, but it seems to have tried a little bit, and that is quite satisfying. Whoa, that I don't understand how that works. I ripped him out of nothing. Okay, I think that might. I don't know if that's down to the demo. I think that didn't make much sense, ripping something out of nothing. But yeah, okay, we did slice him up pretty badly, so that's good. You see the alerts going down. We're in caution mode now. So yeah, at least they've tried to implement a few things. Now the only problem with that is that isn't going to fit in with the overall theme of the game, considering it is at heart a hack and slash. I've got the sprint as the right trigger here. Should we just go in? Yeah, let's just go in and mush them up. Ah, here we go. This is what I was talking about, the geckos. Now this should be interesting. Whoa, okay, I don't think I've quite figured out how to parry and stuff yet. I'm guessing that I've got to fill up his electrolyte bar or whatever it is to... Okay, I'm absolutely mashing up this guy. This is getting absolutely abusive. 58 hits. Okay, so we're getting there. It's the combat is very stylish. There seems to be a lot going on, and because obviously I didn't play through the tutorial for. Oh, here we go. Inflicting some damage on him now. leave nothing behind. Oh, and you can do other moves. Okay, that's cool. That's okay. I get that. So you can move around and you can access other guys. You can attack them as you go along as well. I'm trying to use that area here so I can slice. Ah, here we go. Oh well, that's beautiful. That is. See, that's a good selling point in this game. That's why a lot, some part of it really did sell out to me. The fact that you can slice up all these things and it looks realistic and all the damage and everything, and it has a feel of a very polished game. And look, we've got some other geckos around here now that we'll have to fight. I'm pleasantly surprised. I do understand why some people would not want to have this game around. There's still problems there, like I said, with the story and the character and everything. But I can understand why some people would find this enjoyable, and because of that, it makes me think that I maybe want to try and give this game another go sometime, you know? So, oh, I'm having problems here. Oh dear. Okay, we'll get some damage on this guy. I'm sure we'll be able to get some health back. We'll use our special slasher mode. Okay, so the slasher mode only really works once you've done enough damage. But you can literally just spam this, really. Like, if they get too close, they're gonna go down. Like, I'm just basically just slashing here, and I'm not under any attack. But it does. Oh, I see. It's got a bar at the bottom, at the top right. Okay, so I cannot use this all the time. Okay. And I'm taking a lot of damage here, even on easy mode. Maybe it's because I don't know really what I'm doing. And I'm dead. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking that this does have a degree of sort of skill that I don't possess in these sort of games. I used to be pretty decent at Devil May Cry 3, but that was a long time ago. And like I said, this is a game that I don't know. You can use other bits. Look, you can access all these things, and high frequency blade, which is obviously what you got at the end of the second game. But I can actually, there's other guns here I can access. Look, how do I pick this up now? Okay, so you can change your weapon, look, your sub weapon to the rocket launcher. Let's give that a go. I don't know how you would use it, but oh, hold equip. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay, so then you can basically just fire it. That was a horrible, horrible shot. Don't judge me on the gameplay. I'm not I'm not very good at these sort of games, so I'm sure that there will be people out there that will absolutely annihilate everyone on this game. And I'm sure with a bit more practice I would be a lot better, but I'm jumping into it here. Oh god, I'm gonna die again. Embarrassing. Okay, it seems really hard to be able to actually dodge. I don't know if I'm pressing the right buttons or I'm dodging or not. Okay, let's try and play a bit defensively now. Because I am very close to death. I'm sure that this guy should be dead by now. Oh, okay. That guy would be me. Okay, this isn't going to plan. Well, like I said, I'm playing a part here of the game. I'm sure that it would. It's going to show more as time goes on. I mean, that I don't know much of the system really, how to do this. The dodging mechanic. I'm guessing that the dodging would be a lot more involved, really. Just like Devil May Cry 3. I used to be very, very good at Devil May Cry 3, incidentally, so I just got to get used to how this works. I'm not going to fire at him. Can I attack this guy again? It won't let me. No, I'm not going to use it on him. There we go. Okay. So that's some sort of stealth kill. You just have to try to jump up. That's probably the best way to do it. And he's been taken out. So yeah, you can sort of systematically take them out if you're clever enough. You can, which is refreshing. It kind of that means you're going to have a little bit more than just the average run in, destroy everything sort of gameplay mechanic. So I like that they put that in. Oh, and yeah, so you can use a bit of stealth. That's quite refreshing. It will add in a few bits that they'll probably have it in, like, you know, from here. It was obviously I was getting killed a lot just by going in and attacking. Well, you can defend yourself. You know, obviously he has an arsenal of weapons and equipment at his disposal, but you can. I mean, obviously it's not as polished as Metal Gear Solid, the stealth mechanics, but it's going to do a little bit of changing with the gameplay and keep things fresh, which is ultimately a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past here. Yeah, see, in Metal Gear Solid I would have been seen. But you know, like I said, you do have to take it with a clean leaf. You have to accept it for what it is. This isn't a fully fledged stealth game. It's not a Metal Gear Solid game in the sense of its stealth mechanics. Oh, and I am now in trouble. So, oh dear, that's what's doing the most damage. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot better dodging mechanics here, because I don't seem to be... Hack its legs, there we go, that's it, there we go, now we're doing something, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so... Yeah, it takes a little while to get used to. There's no double jump or anything, so... and I think this, like, if you hack them up, then you do get... Like I said, you get the upgrades here that you can continue using your sword mode, which is sort of the basis of the game. So yeah, not completely 100% dumb and fast-paced. There is a little bit of thought that you'll have to do in between the fighting sections, which is, like I said, is refreshing. I'd much rather have to be able to use my brain than just tap random buttons and everything, which is a sort of a stigma that a lot of these third-person hack and slashing games sort of fall into, and it's their fault really for doing that. That they fall into this trap of just, you know, this glorious set piece after another, and there's not much thought behind the combat system and everything like that. But this game, I mean, hopefully it stays all this way. I mean, obviously the demo's here to impress me, so I have to take it with a pinch of salt, but...
Show yourself.
And I do hope that during the course of this it doesn't trade the story or the emotional impact of the characters for these elaborate set pieces. Okay. Looks like we've got the makings of what seems like our first boss battle or something. Very much. I mean, yeah, I'd safely say that this is obviously you're going to be dealing with a lot more advanced technology than what you would have done the majority of the Metal Gear Solid games.
Interface prototype. All autonomous UGs feature high-level onboard artificial intelligence. An additional prototype interface enables verbal communication. I possess an intellect far beyond human.
But I'm run by Windows 8, and therefore I crash.
Okay then, what's the meaning of life? Why are we here?
I am here to kill you.
This does seem a little bit ludicrous, I must admit. It's a little bit almost spaghetti western style.
That's it? Pretty simple thinking for such a mighty intellect.
I may analyze orders, but I may not disobey them. Should I disobey a direct order, my memory would be wiped. I must destroy you.
What good is an intellect if you can't use it?
Your taunting is pointless. Exterminate!
Yeah, I don't get the point of the thing just chatting to him, like, seems a bit weird to me, but okay. We're going to fight this thing, and we are going to kill it, because we are a badass cyborg ninja, so... It's telling me how to parry there, but I'm not entirely sure how you actually do it. I think I just did it there, but I'm not sure, so... Because like the parry button's also the attack button, so it's a little bit like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit confusing in that sense.
Backup required.
There's no dedicated actual parry button, which is a little bit awkward. Okay, well I thought I dodged that. Gash this guy up, that's nice. Get ourselves. That's also what gives you health, so. I'm sure you can, if you had enough finesse, you could probably carve them up in lots of different varieties of ways, so.
I am not allowed a choice. You must die.
Okay, we're taking a bit of damage here.
Use your intellect, evade my blows.
Okay, this isn't going too well. Oh dear, oh god. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just died there, but I didn't. Okay, let's get some damage on this guy. Whoa! I think it's fair to say that I do not understand the parry system. Because I am getting absolutely destroyed. Okay, no, damage side. No, no, okay, no, we're just... oh dear, okay.
Combination complete.
And there's no... I don't know if there is, or if there's actually a dodge button, because it seems like once you're caught in a combo, there is not much way to get out of it, and I'm taking so much damage. Like, I'm going to have to play really defensive here. It might just be that I don't understand how to actually efficiently play the game, and that's probably most likely it, but I don't know how to get out of the way. I don't know how to... It says left stick and X, but left stick and X is to attack, so I don't know what it's asking me to do. It's a little bit confusing, I must admit. I mean, we can try this fight again, but... I mean, if I actually had a dedicated parry button that you would know that you were using it, then that might make a little bit more sense, really. And there doesn't seem to be any way to get out, really. I've got to be completely honest. I mean, you've got this run button, but it's not going to do much if he gets on to me. Okay, that worked.
Superficial damage.
But I just don't seem to know how to block these attacks, or even have like a shielding mechanic or anything like along those lines. Which in a fighting game is quite important when you want to be able to get your defense up. I mean, I think the only button I really use in the whole of playing Soul Calibur all the years I have is the block button. So, especially for a defensive player like myself, where I like to be able to watch the enemy's attacks and be able to gauge them, it just seems like there isn't much. Like maybe you have to hold X, or maybe I don't know. No, that's not it. I've lost a lot of damage, but hopefully I can get it back up by fighting these guys. So yeah, the combat system a little bit confusing. There doesn't seem to be much in terms of combos or anything like that, which is a little bit disappointing, especially for an action game of this sort of caliber that they're going for. That isn't efficiently displayed. I mean, it might just be that it's the demo. You know what I mean? That it's not meant to be displayed in that way, but still, it would be something that you want to explain the basics of the combat to the player quite early, not just the sword cutting mechanics. It may have just been that I'm commentating so much over it that I didn't see it, but okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we might be doing something. There just seems to be no way to be able to dodge his attacks unless you're spamming buttons left, right and centre. Which isn't... I mean, one of the best things I loved about Devil May Cry as a series is that you could effectively dodge your guys. If you timed it correctly, you could dodge and you can evade, you can do all these special abilities. You know, quite well, not easily. It was all about timing, but you knew exactly what you were doing when you did it. You know, so. Okay, now we're doing some damage. See now. See that is still pretty cool, the whole slashing up thing. But I'm wondering how much of a gimmick that will last before the overall gameplay will start to thin out as time goes on. I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to buy this game just because it is a Metal Gear Solid game. I know that's one thing that's just like, you know, if you're worried about the quality of the game, why would you buy it anyway? But it's in the Metal Gear Solid universe. It's a game series that I absolutely adore. So I think a lot of people are in that sort of same sort of boat as I am. Well, there's something over there I can grab. Okay, let's see if we can use this. What is it? It's a nano repair paste. I'm guessing that will probably heal me. So I cannot remember how to get in my menu again. So I. Here we go. Now we're starting to get some damage going, and the rock music in the background. You know, sort of. You know, comes with the habit of having a sort of this sort of Star game that you need some sort of generic rock music in the background. Okay, I think we've just killed it. And leave it in a heap on the floor. Well, I got a B rank, so. You know, I may have died, but it's a learning process, I think.
Directive. Liberate. Nation. Ensure freedom. Obey directive. Must obey directive. No freedom. Freedom undefined.
What would an AI know about freedom?
What would it know about freedom, indeed? So, yeah. That looks like that's the end of the demo. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and my absolutely horrible gameplay. But yeah, one thing that I would say, it looks like it's going to be worth a look. Obviously, the overall feel of the game may not suit Metal Gear Solid fans, myself included. And it seems like maybe in the game it will explain more of the combat mechanics a little bit more easily, so I wouldn't have to go through and die so many times. But that being said, I'm not a huge player of these sort of hack and slash games, so you know it'd probably be a lot easier for you guys than it was for me. Overall impressions, really, it's hard to say. Coming in, I knew that they were going to be putting a lot of stock into the game. It's good to see that part has been held true. That it looks good. It plays okay in terms of its clunkiness. It does feel like some of the combos don't mesh properly, and some of the actual finesse of the buttons that you're pressing doesn't seem to, you know, with all these sort of spectacle that's on screen, it's hard to really know how much you're actually influencing the game. Its cutting mechanics, I guess, are pretty decent. Although that with any gimmick, if it's for a very long campaign, it isn't going to stand up for a very long time. You know, just overly hacking and slashing. I could even tell towards the end of the demo that it was fun, but it's not going to remain fun for that much longer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you can actually download the demo now. It's out on, well, I played this on Xbox, but I imagine it's probably on all platforms now. If you like the video, my commentary, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos, especially with you know, the Metal Gear series, because I'm a big fan of that. And comment, tell me what you thought of it. Tell me if you hate the idea of this game, if you love the idea of this game, if you hate the hate on this game, or you just hate it outright, or you're really looking forward to this game. Let me know. I'd love to have a discussion regarding this, and we can we go backwards and forwards and everything like that. So yes, thanks a lot for watching the video, and I hope to see you guys soon in another video. Bye bye.